What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Season 3 of LOLTreeNA right here on the TNAIW channel. My name is G. We're along Lucha and Johnny as well. And this is going to be a little different. We're going to keep it for the hardcore 14 fans that watched our season finale last time in the inductions of the Hall of Flame, which you could see right there. I'm sure we'll hit on them as we go. We're still going to change it up a little bit to make it more streamlined for everybody. We're going to banter. We're still going to have it be like you're sitting in our treehouse just hearing some conversation, but we do have a purpose, and today's purpose is the high five Hogan Era. So we're going to start with positives, and we'll try to make it more humorous.
And that's no laughing matter.
That gave me a general erection.
I too have a boner.
TNAIW LOLTreeNA the high five Hogan Era. We are nonsense.
Is that all right? Yeah. So we're gonna be positive. We're gonna say our top five. We'll just go in. We'll go in order. So we'll start with Lucha. We'll wrap it around. We'll see if we have stuff that is aligned, stuff that didn't. But we're trying to stick positive here. 5 things specifically, because I think that'll make it more humorous. Run it back. Lucha, lay it on us. What's your number? Or not your number one, but just your first.
I mean, okay, even though we being positive and shit, right. Even though this pay-per-view specifically was like a shit sandwich with like fire-ass bread, like you imagine like some of the best bread you've ever had, but like everything in it's just like the meat and shit's just terrible. That's the Bound. That's 2010 Bound for Glory.
Okay.
But my favorite, but what I'm getting at, is them having that event at Daytona Beach at the same venue where the NWO formed. I've always loved that.
So 10-10-10.
Yeah.
I don't know why I automatically assumed, and I was literally in my head saying hashtag we were there, Johnny. Like I was thinking Philadelphia. When was that? 2000.
That was 2011.
Dude, I'm on a different plane. Obviously, 10-10-10 was in Daytona. All right, so we got. I'm gonna try to on our new suggestion Tron. We got 10-10-10.
I did try and I did watch some of that the other day.
Oh, really?
It came up suggested on YouTube. They put the whole show up there.
You know, a lot of positives, and I don't know. Sign wasn't one of them.
No spell check was in that bitch.
Nick Hogan's back there writing it. I heard he's going to be in a match with Shane McMahon at WrestleMania. Anyways.
Oh, please.
World-class liar.
I want it. That Nick Hogan, that kid, man, is always trouble.
Who is that? Is that your Brett?
That's me. I was just Brett's old.
That's true. He smokes a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, Al Snow, by the way.
Yeah.
Al Snow talks like he's smoked a pack of joints for 900 years. His voice is.
But you know Al Snow smoking that headband.
Right. Is that a
headband? Yeah, that's a strain I've heard in various rap songs.
Oh, fair enough. Not in tune with the times.
What does everybody want?
Headbands.
Headbands.
Johnny, what's your next? So 10-10-10, that's a good one.
Yeah. I chose the Jeff Hardy heel turn.
Ah. Yeah. You bought in.
Yeah, I bought in.
I didn't sell out.
See? Fucking 10-10-10, man.
Like we got it for a whole year. Well, maybe not even, but it was short and sweet. But it was.
He's giving out concussions, my friend, and they're fucking free.
Nah, Jeff coming out hitting the sig, man, just like fuck you and fuck your fire
Hey,
code.
man, the Antichrist of professional wrestling.
I am things.
Look,
I am light. I am dark.
if nothing says red flags like smoking a cigarette to the ring. Uh, but hey, I'm for it. I didn't like the belt, but I'm for everything else that happened.
The themes and all.
Okay, so Johnny bought in. That's what we got there. I'm gonna go with a controversial one, and well, I don't want to peel behind the curtain, but since we'll be filming for next week, the 5 things butterfly effect that we wish we could erase from the Hogan era. I'm going with something that could be on either for certain people, but I'm going 4 sides. Because I think, even though I love the 6 sides, to get people in there and take bumps that have been taking them for, so I think it was hell. And I think there was a recent thing with AJ where he finally, I don't know, finally admitted, but he was just even like, hey man, the comparison was, night and day. So I'm going 4 sides. Don't kill me, but
No, I'm with you on that. Like I for one, like I love the 6 sides, but like I always felt like 6 sides only worked for X Division and tag matches.
fair. Definitely
Right.
not for
And it's
those
still,
vet heavyweights.
yeah, and it's still got its place, I think, down in Mexico, right?
Mhm.
Don't they still use it?
Mhm.
So, but I agree, yeah, to get them on some sort of level playing field. I get why they did it.
Lucha.
I thought I had it remembered. Okay. Y'all remember 2012, like during the summer where they went live the whole summer?
Yeah.
To me, from my recollection, those were some of the most fire ass episodes. Like, because 2010 started off, you know what I'm saying? We were kind of at a high, and then by fucking November, we was in a smooth nosedive, even though we had heel Jeff Hardy.
Yeah,
But
that's
like
fair.
once like the dust settled and they kind of like Hogan and them kind of like figured out what the hell they were doing in TNA, that 2012 run, the summer specifically, was fire to me.
Okay. I'm with you.
So I think that had the Destination X when Aries won the belt. I think that was
Oh, was
that
that part
show.
of it? And that's one of the things. I don't have it here. And I'm not, I don't know, I'm not going to try to be a dick, but I'm not stupid enough. Well, no, it's not stupid. I don't know. The Monday night, taking a chance in the Monday night. At least they took a chance, right? And the ratings weren't that bad in retrospect. I didn't know if anyone would put that, so I don't want to, shit on it. But the balls to go live and give us that, no matter, yes, you take away the repercussions financially and all that shit, it was fucking good times, man.
And then that's why like they only did it for the summer, like from June to like late July.
Okay, yeah. Time frames aren't my thing, but I believe you.
It was something to that extent.
I'm trying to get us all set up here.
So I had going live at some point, or on my list as well. So we can cancel that one out. But it wasn't maybe specifically that time period. It's just the fact that they were going live, like you mentioned, like taking the chances.
Oh,
The day be damned. Like I think Monday was was what it was.
yeah.
But I just enjoyed the fact that they were live and it wasn't all spoilers all the time.
Oh, so you
But
had
but
that too?
I did have that on the list.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
And then
Hey.
after a while, they did live tape. Like they'll do
Mm-hmm.
live, and then like the next day tape next week's, and then that following.
Gives you a little something. A little
I
something.
wish
Yeah.
I kind of wish they did something similar to that nowadays.
I wouldn't mind it, man. Especially since we're putting money into production stuff, because I thought about it, and I think at the time we're like, oh, just one episode live, but I would love to go back to that because that one episode was like Mike Bennett's debut, or whoever it was, like that really popped us and it gave you something unexpected. I don't read spoilers. I haven't, and I really didn't back in the day, but it was hard, easy to run into them if you wanted to. But I haven't read them in a long time. But it's still that freshness of an actual live show. It hits different. It's different.
I always look at spoilers like the fucking TV guide, honestly. Like, I'll look to see what happens. I'm like, that sounds like a crazy matchup. I gotta see how that comes off on TV, and then I'll tune in and watch it that way.
Right. Right.
I do that with Jacked usually.
Jacked.
Like, those like really late night shows. I'm just like, all right, is this a Rios wrestling, Gangrel wrestling?
S.A. Rios, hell yeah.
Stevie.
Neither one. I'll still record it anyway because I did.
Oh, it was Stevie.
Dean
Was Sunday Night
Malenko.
Heat. That's what he was.
Oh yeah.
Dean
Stevie
Malenko,
and
Sunday
Stevie
Night Heat too.
Oh yeah.
Crash Holly.
Oh,
Yeah.
good times.
It was the blue and green, right? It was the green run colors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jacked.
Oh,
Jack was
no,
great.
no, no,
Or is
that's
that Velocity? That's Velocity.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jacked was like just some scratch letters.
Production.
Lazy.
Lazy. Mine. Okay, so yeah, I'll go. Speaking of lazy, I'm gonna go with something that is sometimes used, in my opinion, as a lazy kind of way of telling a story, but sometimes, if done right, is great. In this case, I'm focusing on the great. If it wasn't for Hulk Hogan in that era, we would not have Option C, and I really enjoy Option C that came from that. And I think used correctly is something pretty cool. It was the rise of Aries and so on and so on.
That specific one was done beautifully.
The original.
Yeah.
Okay. Option C,
Yeah.
OG.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good time, and none of us wanted, I think Bobby to lose. In general, it was such a great run, but the rise of Aries was such a bright spot at that time, and through Option C was such a cool way to do it.
That was kind of Hogan's way of saying, see, I do care about the X Division. Fuck, nigga.
Right. Trying to get Bernie points. But yeah, I went on Option C. So.
Okay. This is a deep cut for you right here. Aces and Eights rivalry, right? During the era where they were going live, there was a random ass episode where it started off, Hulk Hogan was in the back bullshitting.
Okay.
And Shaq came out of nowhere and cut a whole promo on the Aces and Eights.
Sorry.
That specific promo, that shit was just fucking fire.
I mean,
because it was so unnecessary. So, like, the power that Hogan had to bring in the celebs he did bring in.
that's fair. Okay, so you're going that angle, the connections or the celeb appeal that Hogan brought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Granted, you know what I'm saying, it might not have ended out or been worth a damn, but like it was dope that you had Shaq on Impact.
So Shaq and a fool, that's what I put up there.
Shaq and a fool.
Now, I thought you were going a different route, which is one of mine. I don't know if since we're already on it, so I don't have to jump too around if you don't mind, Johnny. But
It might be the mine as well.
Oh, is it? You want?
I think so.
Aces and Eights?
Yeah.
Okay. In general, that storyline, if done correctly with the right characters, and there were some in there, would have hit it would have hit out of the park. I think in a general aspect it did. But there were things in people that you're just like, why? But overall, the idea, the merch, the look, the reveal thing, right up my alley. Fucking loved it all.
Replace Mike Knox with Carl Anderson and replace Wes Briscoe and fucking
Bish.
Actually, no, keep him.
Keep Bish?
Keep them. Keep Wes and Bish. Yeah,
Okay.
Someone's got to get their ass whooped.
Fair.
And who better than the kids?
Yeah. I mean, there was some positives out of it. I'm just talking the general overall gimmick of it. Especially because it was one thing the Hogan era did really well, if at the time I liked it or not, was tap into what was hot in the world. I mean, we had Robbie E, sure, we have Aces and Eights, which, what was it, Sons of Anarchy was big at the time. So they always had their finger on the pulse a little bit, even if it was just brush strokes. So
what was it, the pay-per-view where Hogan was like, lock all the doors, no one's getting out?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were fucking running shit out there.
Now,
it was dope.
Johnny, I don't want to, because I feel like you might say something again. So I'm gonna hold off on something. I'll cut this out, but I'll let you go because we obviously jumped over you. But I want to make a connection to a promo. So I don't know if you have a promo in your top 5. Do you not?
Oh, I do.
Oh, okay. I'll let you go then.
Okay, but all right. So
Say whatever you want. I don't care. I just
but
want.
yeah, anyway, about the I was gonna tie in about the aces and eights. Yeah, but like it sure had members that were like, it's like laughable, I guess when it comes to Wes or Garrett. But I remember being really excited at first because you never knew like who's under the mask, or like I think they had like decoys at first where maybe it wasn't as obvious.
Right.
So that was cool. It was a big mystery. But do you want me to get into something different?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Sure. So I was fond of I put down the Lethal versus Flair Woo Off.
Oh, damn. Okay. Yep. That's good.
Woo!
That was early on in the run too. I noted that was in July, so it's like
Yeah, we were still kind
first half
of
of the year.
Yeah. We were still enjoying Rick
Yes.
in his, getting naked and Taz, laughing at him and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff.
And Bubba the Love Sponge had been left by that point.
Speaking of that, next week, guys, stay tuned for our Butterfly Effect, things you wish you could erase from history, Hogan Era. Technically, it's on you, Lucha, if you want to go, or I got one if not.
But, yeah, I got it, and I can tie off the last shit you just said, too. I just gotta stop being high for a second. I dropped my lighter.
Flames.
So, I mean, I'm sure you were alluding to, things you want to erase being Bubba the Love Sponge being in TNA. But if we didn't have Bubba the Love Sponge in TNA, we wouldn't have had the wonderful moment of Awesome Kong swinging on him.
And then subsequently her getting fired. We'll save this for next week. We can don't.
Hey, that's
stay tuned.
Hey, at the time that was a war. That's a way you go down. Go down swinging on Bubba.
But she left.
Take
our
a stand.
screens.
Take a stand.
Take a stand.
She took a stand.
Was that Rise Up? That's what his was.
Yeah.
That's what.
But no.
Okay, yeah, what's yours? Go.
No. The band using the NWO Wolfpack instrumental as their theme song.
Good.
Brownie points for whoever knows the real song that came from.
More brownie points if you know who was rapping on the original one.
Oh damn! I don't know either.
Brownies in general.
No. I don't know either answer, so I don't know.
Oh, you don't know who was You don't know who rapped the NWO Wolfpack theme song?
I don't.
Mm-mm.
Is it Surge?
I'm gonna tell you. Nah. No, like the original one, like the WCW version.
I know.
Yeah.
I was just being stupid.
It was Soulja Boy.
No, it isn't.
Nah, it was C Murder from No Limit.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Oh, I thought that was like No Limit was in WCW. I thought it was like a big,
That was before No Limit was in WCW though. If anything, might have been like the first joint, you know what I'm saying, that opened the doors.
Look, you dropping knowledge.
See what happens when like you do things
dropping
like
bars,
theme songs?
Yeah, there you go. We should do a game like that. Well, damn. What was the original track though? I did know that for the longest time, and I don't remember.
Oh, that I don't know.
Yeah. So, anyways, someone will let us know. Okay, I'm down with that. Wolfpack. There were a lot of good songs. There were a lot of good themes, man. A lot of good themes. Johnny, you want to keep it going?
Yeah. I guess so. My last one.
Yeah, because we doubled up on some.
Would be I noted Gail Kim against Taryn Terrell in that last knockout standing match.
Yeah.
I watched it again earlier today.
Nice.
And they put on the Twitter machine the Gail and Taryn ladder match.
Oh really?
The second encounter for like a number one contender for the title
with the clipboard.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as that last knockout standing one though. That shit was
So reckless.
Yeah, so reckless. The diamond cut, she gave no shits, man.
Mm-mm.
Then she was taking balls to the face in that Will Ferrell movie. What was that? Anyways, that sounded. She gets basketball, maybe. Was it?
Yeah, I can't remember the movie. That's
The
was it the
Flints.
one
The
with
soccer
him
movie?
and
No, the Tropical Flints is the
no,
basketball team. It wasn't that
that
one?
wasn't her. No.
Oh. She did one in one of them. I don't know.
Yeah, there was a movie where she did it because it was like in New Orleans. She was like a cheerleader or some
Yes.
shit, and she got like blasted in the face with a
Yes.
basketball.
Okay. The one I'm thinking of is the basketball one about the ABA, which was a long time before.
Semi-pro.
Yeah, semi-pro. There you go. The more you know. Here at Tree, dropping music and there you go. Is that your? Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun? Very nice. Yeah, great damn match, man. I'm just gonna be this one quick because we'll all agree on it. The rise of Bobby Roode, like in general, it was a little wonky at the Bound for Glory we went to, you know, and obviously Kurt was hurt. James takes it in 3 seconds the next week, and then you get that great heel turn. The negative, obviously, Hogan going on and kayfabe and not knowing it and shitting on Bobby Roode right before, like on the radio and shit. But the positive is the long reigns that came after, and just Bobby Roode being taken seriously. I remember on like making him on 2K and giving him like the Scott Hall music. I don't know, nerd stuff, but anyways. I was always big on Bobby, even like, you know, back in the day. So to see him manifest into greatness, what was his thing? The shit factor.
Yeah.
The shit factor.
The shit factor. It's a little separate.
And then hell, even the tag team with him and Aries was fire.
Oh yeah.
Ego. No.
Dirty
Dirty
Heels.
Heels. Dirty Heels. Ego. That's with Bobby and Aries and Dan. No.
Yeah.
No.
Bobby Kazarian and Frankie.
Yeah, Bad Influence.
And Frankie. Yeah.
There we go. All right, Lucha.
Side note.
Yeah.
Side note, you know, should that be edited out? Maybe that's who Planet Jared faces.
Talking 2K right now. Fair enough.
Treehouse, brother.
Yeah, there you go. So we got a few. We got a lot. 10-10-10. Johnny bought in, so that's the heel run of Hardy. 4 sides going live. Option C. Shaq and a Fool. Aces and Eights. The Woo Off. Wolfpack music from C Murda. Last KO standing. Greatness. And Taryn Terrell not in semi-pro. And then the It Factor. Lucha, what's your last one that you got?
I got all mine out.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, me and Johnny both had live.
That's right.
Because when you talk about when they went live and all that shit.
Okay. Johnny, do you have one more?
I had an honorable mention. On
There
the
you go.
good.
Throw it on us, whatever.
Just as far as like favorite moments would be the hardcore country concert.
Yes. Cowbell.
Yes.
I just came across that, remember, Eric, because I went back and watched our finale just to see, you know, I don't know what the hell we can improve on. I hope we're succeeding. Editing. But the Terra thing, I remember that you made that music with the New Jack, right? Where it's original gangster, and it wouldn't allow it, and we were so mad that it wouldn't allow it on copyright.
Man, if we had Patreon, that'd be the Patreon exclusive. Like,
there
get
you
that
go.
shit.
So let's put that.
TNAIW OnlyFans coming soon.
OnlyFans. My last one is something that was my favorite thing, I think, to come out of this era, which is the Bound for Glory series. I thought, once again, great idea. Sometimes good execution. It produced Bobby Roode, so I guess I could have mushed that together. But damn, what a cool concept and an original concept in a time where we felt like we were being WWE light to a bit. So I always do.
And it helped the story of Jeff Hardy's redemption happen because he went through that. He wasn't even like necessarily like in the top 4 the whole time. Like my man was like in the mud for a good part of it,
Yep.
and came up.
Yep. Wait, did it lead? No, no, no. I'm wrong. How did we get to 10-10-10? Because I remember they did that with Hardy too, where they just basically it felt like Hogan didn't care about Hardy, and it was really weird. And he was always
Ten
just
10 10 was Van Dam getting murdered at the whole effing show, and he was world champ at the time, and they had to vacate, so they had the tournament, and Jeff made it. No, Anderson made it to the finals. Then it was Jeff versus Kurt in the other semifinals, but they tied at the pay per view. Then they fought again on TV. Then they tied again, and I think they did it even a third time, and some bullshit happened, and they said, "Fuck it, you're both in the final."
I thought that was brilliant because if you look back when they showed all those clips during the Antichrist thing and all those things, they would go back and show all the things we should have caught. Like how many times Jeff it felt like Jeff wasn't the story, but something was caused. So that was actually good too, man. All right, so this is the part where we have to narrow this down to a top 5. Probably be easier to do, one going, our number 1, but let's start with 5 and work our way there. Is there something? Oh, yeah, it's kind of hard to do that. So just fuck it. We'll just just pick 5 and then we'll put them in order eventually. What's one of the 5? Let's do that. Let's do it that way.
I say option C.
Option C's a lock.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that, obviously. But yeah, it's something. Ooh, look at that 5. Looks like
Ooh,
Trey was in
sexy.
here. Hey. All right. I'm cool with option C, of course.
Going live.
Going live. You know what? I'm
Produce
cool with
some
that.
of the best television.
Cool with that.
Because I think that was right when the whole Abyss running the X Division shit ended too. So it was kind of like them. That whole going live era was them like saying, "Okay, I'm sorry. Here's some TNA for you."
There, that's fair. The Extreme title. Ugh, I remember that. He was reading Art of War and all that crap. Groceries. It was after that. Oh, I know what I could say before we. So Johnny, I thought he was talking promo, I had a natural segue to mention if we're going to talk a Hogan Era promo. There's one that only needs to be talked about. So when you said that, now Woo Off, of course, is great. So yes, definitely. But the one and only is Hogan foaming at the crotch.
Yeah.
when he's perked out of his mind, man, and he's Vicodin actually. Found that out the other day, by the way. Angle now an enjoyable watch, but he talks about his addiction pretty openly, and it's not Angle. He's actually a Vicodin guy.
Oh man!
The more you know. We got to come up with a new name, or just focus on the positive. Either way,
Now Perk Angle is just too ingrained in memory.
It's too catchy. I digress. The foaming at the crotch thing when he came and he cut his arm off on a boat or something. AKA Linda. AKA Linda found him in the who knows burp.
Or Bischoff. Well, if you must know, he's in there on his 8th surgery this week. This is who you're challenging. He shows video of this nigga getting leg surgery and hip surgery and shit.
He comes down though, and he's just off his rocker, man. Who's he talking? Anderson, I think, as well, is in the ring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "You're foaming at the crotch." Stupid.
Like, calm down.
Yeah.
Such good stuff. All right, anyways, that's not going to be on here. What's number 3, or at least our third one we'll put in the top 5? The high 5. Groceries? I don't mean to keep picking my own, but Bound for Glory series, right? No?
That's fair. I fucked with the Bound for Glory series.
Yeah.
You want to hold off on it? I'm cool with that.
Didn't it run a really long time, too?
I think
It was like 3 months.
And for five times for 5 years, I think. Something like that. I could be wrong. I'm not good with anything.
Numbers
and words and letters. What do we got? Aces and eights?
Yeah.
I was gonna say Last Knockout Standing. That's a fucking, because people wanted to say how Hogan Era kind of like did knockouts, but I'm like, that's a classic rivalry
Oh,
that
Yeah,
came out of that era,
Brooke Hogan made
especially
that
the
match.
start of it. Exactly,
you just
the
ruined it.
brilliance, the brilliance of Brooke Hogan.
You know she sings.
Shined upon that match.
Jesus. For that reason, I'm
So
gonna
we're
hold
gonna
off.
replace the last knockout standing with Brooke Hogan.
Oh, boo. It's not her fault. She got a chance to be on camera and she took it. And then Hogan, or what did Bully say when he turned? I screwed. Yeah, that's right.
You.
I screwed you.
I
It
used
was
you.
Yeah, man, I do love the Hardy heel stuff, and I do love 10-10-10, the whole whatever of it. But I think I want to put the woo off in there, man. That's classic to where people still talk about it in the positive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we can
People
only,
who don't even know what TNA is know what the woo off is because of how many memes that is.
I'm going with it, man. This isn't official. Who gives a shit? But I like it. This is where we're down to a few. I think the Bound for Glory series has to be on. I'd be hurt if it was not. Option C in that, right? It has to give us some credibility.
I want to give it to the Bound for Glory series, but I'm also looking at four sides. Like,
Yeah,
but then
that's kind of a
aces
big
and
one, right?
eights. And
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with 10-10-10 was cool. Hardy was cool. Last knockouts out.
you can put 10-10-10 and Hardy in the same.
That's true. That's all kind of together.
Yeah.
I think I'd still choose aces and eights over that, though.
Fair.
Yeah. Ooh, what the hell?
Arses and eights.
I don't know what's going on. All right, and then our last one, we got room for one more. We got so the whole no, because Immortal's part of that, so I can't do that. Four sides is big. Bobby Roode, and then Bound for Glory series, which did produce Bobby Roode in that arc.
So those could be lumped into the same. If it's between the Bobby Roode / Bound for Glory series versus Last Knockout Standing, I would give the nod to the Bobby shit just because of the longer lasting
Effect of it.
Yeah, like I mean
Oh.
Gail had a run, you know what I'm saying, but it won't like Bobby's.
What about four sides? I didn't think about that long lasting either.
Well, they went back to the six.
That fair enough. So BFG and Bobby then. That's
I think so.
All right. So these are 5 things that we are glad the Hogan Era produced. If someone asked us, we would say the Bound for Glory series. We said the aces and eights, in concept at least. The Woo Off, Going Live, and Option C. It's pretty damn cool. What do you guys think at home? Let us know. Drop it in the comments if you're still watching. It's a fun one, guys. We're going to try to keep these shorter so they're more enjoyable and more just better off for you guys to watch. And
humorous.
I was trying to not. And that's no laughing matter. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Next week, stay tuned for the High Five Butterfly Effect version. So 5 things we can erase from the Hogan Era existence that had lasting effects. I feel like they're going to be just as funny, or not, maybe more funny and very specific. So we'll see how that goes. Are you guys ready? He doesn't say that. What does he say? Are you ready? Foaming? Are you foaming at the crotch for next week's episode? All right. See you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Burp.